This video tutorial is being brought to you by learningcomputer.com. Today we are going to do an Excel 2013 tutorial. Our topic is going to be freezing panes, so let's jump right into it. Well, why freeze panes, or what does it even mean? Well, freezing or locking panes is quite useful when working with large set of data in Excel 2013. Without this functionality of freezing panes, you will be unable to see the headings in the top row or the first column. So imagine a lot of data. We are going to show you a demo in a few seconds here, but if you have a lot of data and as you're trying to scroll to the right or the bottom, if you don't have the headings, you will not be able to see what exact object or person or thing that you are looking for. Now after you freeze panes, like I mentioned, as you scroll to the right or the bottom, Excel 2013 will essentially lock that specific area in the spreadsheet. So the best way to do this is to really look at a demo, and today we are going to be looking at two of them. The first one we will start with is a gradebook example. And specifically, as far as the different options of freezing panes, you can do either of these. You can freeze the top row. You can also freeze first column, which is going to be the column A, and you can freeze any column or row really, so you can do a combination. And shall we look at this in action? Well, sure we can. So I'm going to switch over to Excel 2013. I have two spreadsheets, so let me take a look at this one. Let's kind of go over this. This is a grading application for a database class that I taught some time ago. We have the students in the top two rows, so you have the last name, first name, and they pretty much are listed in a horizontal manner. Now on the vertical axis we have the actual project and the midterm information. So you can see this is project 1, and you can see that Mike scored 45 points, Craig scored 40, and so on and so forth. We keep going, and then you have the midterm number 1, and people did okay. Justice needs a little help here. But essentially you get the idea. We have a combination of projects, we have some midterms, we keep going, and then finally we have the final exam and participation for points. Now notice though, now I'm unable to really see, if I'm over here and I want to know who scored these points, how do I know that? Okay, I can't tell what student I'm talking about. Okay, so this is where the freezing panes comes in handy. Let me go back to the top of that section. So let me just scroll back up. Another thing I want to show you is if I start going to the right, let's say I'm interested in midterm 1 and see what did people score as far as what is the average. You'll notice that I have a column on averages. So what did people score on the midterm? Well, looks like it was 112, and so this way I can see where are these students placing. Okay, so as you can see, we are unable to freeze, look at the data. And by the way, on the bottom, here is what the people scored. Here are the total number of points, and the last item here is the percent. So this is really, this 1528 divided by 1780 will give us 85%. Okay, so that's our data. How do we really do this? Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is going to freeze the first column, which like I mentioned is this column, and the idea is going to be that as we scroll to the right, it should get locked. Okay, so really what you do is doesn't matter, you could have a cursor any point for this one. You are going to go to basically, this is not in the home tab. You're going to want to go to the view tab. Okay, and then you will see the window